Hello everyone, Shane here from ComX Studio, and this is the crew tonight. I'll just put the names back up. We got Rob, we got Ed, we got Peter, we got Isaac. Isaac's not here yet. We got Lauren, we got Chris, we got Duncan and Lee's not here yet either. And they're all drawing foes tonight, the little alien, the little demon. So, yeah, start drawing, guys. And those who are late will get less time to draw.
Excellent.
Hello.
And they're off.
They're off.
I'm determined to win this week. I don't know how you win or anything, but I'm going to win anyway.
I was going to say, I don't know how you win, but damn, give it a good shot.
I'm going to make you proud, Mum.
Make me proud, Rob. Make me proud.
I said, Mum. You're my internet mum. From that time you catfished me years ago.
Here we go again with that. Let it go, man.
So, Rob.
Yeah.
How much do your comic books reflect your personality?
How much do my
going to throw some books reflect your personality? I'm just going to throw random questions out there tonight. So you're the first target tonight.
Oh, the comic books that I make?
Or the ones you make, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the ones that I had behind me, and I don't know what they say.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know what they say.
How do they reflect my personality? That's very interesting.
Well, do they? Do they? The question is, do they?
I guess you could say. All right, here we go. This might sound a bit dramatic, but using humor to hide my flaws, much like, and that's what I do. I joke all the time, so people dare not hear or find out what I actually feel. And so my comics are full of humor to hide that I don't think my art is, I don't know what you'd call it. Like my art is silly, so I write silly. Yeah, I don't know. Was that
imposter syndrome? Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
And
that's a roundabout way of saying that you think you're shit, but you're not.
Is it?
Quick, tell a joke.
I hope people would be distracted by the laughing and not look too hard at the rest of it.
Good.
Does that sound a bit better?
No, that makes total sense. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Total
sense. Answer I was expecting. Yeah, total sense. Total. Well, I had a question for Zach, but he's not here yet, so I'm a bit disappointed with that. It actually had to do with turtles too. So.
Right.
For shame, Zach.
Okay, random one for Peter.
Hello.
What part of the process you find most annoying?
Most annoying?
That is. Yes.
Doing the lines digitally, tracing my stuff.
Oh, okay. So the digital inking, I guess you'd call it. Yeah.
Because that's when I'm focusing. I notice all the mistakes I initially made. I'm not doing anything terribly new. I'm just tracing. And when I'm doing the pencils, the rough draft, I'm adding a lot of fun details in. I'm thinking on the fly. It's very creative. It's fun. And then I've just got to redo it all.
Yeah, understood.
Through my digital program. So
tracing isn't fun for you, is what you're saying.
Just the tracing. I love coloring. That's fun. Shading. But the line work, the tracing, not fun.
Not fun.
How do you trace digitally wise? Do you have a tablet or do you do like pen tool?
Yeah, pen tool. For some, if I'm struggling to get the accuracy with my tablet, which does happen, I'm not very coordinated.
You're there, Lee. You're there.
Hey, Lee.
Randall Rob, special guest tonight, so it took me an extra couple of minutes just to, get it together.
He's brought a special guest just for you, Rob.
Okay, so I've got a few guesses. Can I guess before you show it?
Yeah.
And I act like I legit don't know. So I'll have 3 guesses. So you're either going to show the Total Detective piece you've been working on, or your girlfriend's going to come on, or you actually have a bass guitar and you're going to bring it out and slap it.
No, hang on, man.
Oh.
I'll show you.
Well, now I'm thinking, what is he going to bring a toilet out? I don't. What is going to happen here?
Mate, I was out and about today, and I had the opportunity to come across this chick, you know, and she ended up, she's great, and I just thought I'd bring her on the show.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, she inevitably crossed the road so that she could come over and see me and Tam. And she's sitting down with me in the granny flat at the moment, causing a little bit of a ruckus. Poor little bugger. But anyway, Rob, so, mate, there's look at her go, man. She's all like vamoosing and stuff. Yeah. So, like, excellent. There you go. Good on you. I'll be back in a tick.
Wow. Thanks, man. I could add 1,000 guesses. I was not going to guess a chicken.
I'll be back in a minute.
He's got to put his chook away.
Yeah. We all have.
One too many chooks.
The rest of you put your livestock away before the stream.
Yeah. There's only so many times you can use that excuse. Sorry, I'm late. Put my chook away.
Oh, God. Not a euphemism.
Oh, we got comments. Okay, let's get over there. Oh, we got non-inspirational gaming's back again from the other night.
Yeah, g'day, mate.
And IG, what up?
Got a question already. Do you guys find it easier or the same to draw on a tablet than on paper?
Paper is infinitely easier for me.
I find it easier to ink digitally than on paper.
Yes. Depends what kind of effect you're going for, right? So traditional inking is like a whole nother world in terms of skill. But then you've also got your different factors. So you can do your what do you call it, speedball, like kind of like calligraphy pens, or you can do your brush pens, or you can do your fine liners. You can do all kinds of stuff. It also depends on the paper and stuff that gives it a different effect. Whereas with, you can tell if it's digital or not, whereas you can tell it's traditional or not. It all depends what you're going for. But either or, they're both very technically difficult.
Yeah, I was going to say pretty much the same thing. Like, it very much depends on what kind of effect I'm going for.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know when I was doing Hell Courtesan, a lot of that was supposed to look like hand painted, and so there were a couple of pages where it was like, I can't do this digitally, I just have to paint the whole page by hand and then scan it, because I just wasn't getting the effects I wanted.
Makes sense.
But yeah.
So how's everyone's weeks been? Been good? Positive? Moving forward?
Yeah, pretty good.
Working
No
hard.
complaints. Excellent.
Oh, plenty of complaints.
We're adults. What do you expect?
We've got the full Brady Bunch tonight.
Hey,
Zach, what's going on, man?
Hey, Zach.
Okay, let's see. We go for this look or this look? No, I like the other look better.
How's the Brady Bunch?
I have no idea who's in what position because I didn't watch the Brady Bunch enough.
Well, it was the girls down the left, the boys down the right, and the parents in the maid in the middle.
Is it layout all the
Alice.
same? So
Lauren,
am
you're
I in
the
the
Alice.
middle?
Yeah, you're
I'm
Alice.
Alice. Oh, yeah.
You're
Treat
Alice.
the girl as like the cleaner. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Mm.
And classic Shane's got himself in the Marsha position. Marsha. Arguably the most
Nice.
beautiful of the
Go
Bradys.
flick your hair. Mm.
What hair I've got left? Here's one for you, Rob. I got rid of that
Hey.
as well.
Rightio. I'm not sure I knew what was going on under there normally. I don't think
Oh,
I've
that's
seen you
right.
without
You
a hat.
normally wear the hat, don't I?
Every time I've talked to Shane over the course of time, you always got a cap on, mate. It's very rarely I see you with that cap off, and then you had that image come up of, whoa, look at me. And I was looking at you yesterday, and I just had a giggle, mate, because it's like, I agree with Rob. I wasn't sure what was happening under there.
Well, it wasn't as thick and luscious as Rob's, so it wasn't. It's not like mist or anything. Okay, let's go back to my random questions.
Never been called thick and luscious before.
Oh.
You've been called thick before, but so have you overcome your giraffe phobia, Lauren?
Giraffe phobia? I had none. None of that.
That was just accusations by the ComX department.
No, I went on a family trip that I completely forgot about. So it was very last minute running off down south. I just throw my family under the bus. It's their fault. Go on.
Okay.
No.
Well, you
Would
didn't
have loved to
like,
come on.
You didn't have to apologize to Happy Harold, which is a good thing.
Oh, and Duncan's missing again. Okay.
I break out some questions, Shane.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's
fine. I was about to ask Duncan, but he's not there. Lee,
Yes, mate. How are you?
good, thanks. Pencil
That's
mileage on your art is incredibly high.
I beg your pardon?
How long? The pencil mileage, the amount of detail you put into your art.
Oh, my pencil mileage. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I was thinking, like, how did you know I was drawing with a pencil? Yeah, I guess so, mate. It's
How long does it take you to finish a page, for example?
it depends. Today I had a good day to draw, and I probably got about a third of the way through an image that I was, didn't a long time. Anything, mate. Yeah, anything. I don't really know. I mean, how long's a piece of string? It's anything. I've got drawings that have taken me, like a week to do, and I've got drawings that have taken me 2 hours. So I don't know how you really sort of.
No, that's okay. That's your answer. That's 2 hours to a week. I like it.
Yeah, but it doesn't worry me, man. The amount of time, like, I just like drawing, mate. So it's like, some things are trickier than others, eh? But these things happen. I'm sure everyone's in the same boat. You've got like what you thought was going to be the easiest drawing you've ever had that's turned into a nightmare, and some things you're just dreading. You just cruise on through it, and you feel good about the end result, So I guess that's part of the fun, eh?
Currently,
It's a good answer.
issue too. It's never ending.
So Isaac, what did you think of everyone's drawings last week, mate? With the your giraffe detective, did you like them?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were cool. I'm not sure. I don't want you to psychoanalyze it or anything, but I just want you to just ask him if you as a creator were fucking tweet that.
Because
I liked Ed. Because Ed's came out of nowhere with his cyborg, giraffe. I thought that was great, man. That was I was looking and was like, fair enough. I would never. I would not have picked that in a million years.
He pulls a rod.
Cool. Yeah.
Got it within arm's length.
So, Rob.
Yeah, mate.
Mate, tomorrow, what's going on with Melbourne? Who's there? At that supernova thing.
I'm so jealous you get to go.
Yeah, so I only know, like, from our sort of crew who's going, which I only know Dave Dye, Kieran Jack, Darren Close, Sean Keenan. I think that's all like people that I know. And I kind of didn't look further than that. I was like, oh, they're the peeps I know. So, yeah.
What about the people from Reverie? Which ones are going?
Oh,
Reverie?
me and Gary and Hayden Spurrell.
Oh, yeah.
And maybe Peter Lawson. Not totally sure.
Are you excited?
Yeah.
Checking it out?
I got to get up super early, which is daunting. But I'm a night owl, not a morning bird. What's the bird of choice for the morning? Sparrow. I'm not a morning sparrow. Yeah. So, and I got to go pick Hayden up, and that'll be he gets to see my morning face. I do not look remotely normal until at least 12 o'clock p.m.
Is that like?
But it's like way after 12. I don't understand.
Why after 12?
Don't go to sleep.
Yeah. I think Shane was taking a dig at my looks.
Yes, I was. I was taking quite the dig. I was taking quite the dig.
Dig you in a minute.
Ooh. Well, thank you.
The trick is, Rob, you just don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Through it all.
One of the things I wanted to know, Zach, your writing process, I believe you said you don't script anything, you just thumbnail. So tell me more.
Thumbnails.
So there's a story in your head, or you just start thumbnailing and see where you go?
The entire Bronwyn saga is in my head.
Okay.
Vivian goes all in my head. And then when it comes to the artwork done, then I scan it, put it in my lettering program, and I write the dialogue as I write the pages in the program.
But Zach, you'd already feel that dialogue, wouldn't you? You'd already know what you were chucking down. Like, so the images come first for you, mate, straight up, do they? And the words come second?
I have a vague idea of what needs to happen. Like, in this chapter, point A, B, C needs to happen. And then I have a vague notion of, okay, so Ethlyn's talking, she's sassy and mean. So I have mean dialogue kind of ready. That comes natural. Writing Bronwyn's voice is a little bit harder because she's good. She's a good person. I find that hard to write. Dialogue for anyway.
So do you like heroes or villains more, mate? What do you like most?
Pardon?
What do you like writing most, heroes or villains?
Oh, villains.
Is there any one of you guys that writes that can't say they don't enjoy writing a good villain?
I only have villains in my comic.
Yeah. There you go.
Quick shout out to my mum who's watching, by the way.
What up, Mum? Listen.
Hello, Mrs. Wilson.
Shout out for you. She just messaged me.
Is she?
Yes.
That's
proud mother of Peter.
Why is she messaging you, Shane, on your private device?
No. Yeah, down the bottom is an email for people to send in their art. She just emailed me.
Now, right. Dig up.
Drop in the high school photos. Bring on the humiliating slideshows.
He has it ready. Be careful.
Anyone else's mum text you regularly, Shane, or
not even my own?
Who was that? Who did that?
Hey, I'm evil.
That's cool.
So that's Alex, Sloppy Tunes.
Well, we know who the real star of the stream is.
Who?
It's Mum.
Mum. Oh yeah,
It's
Mum.
Mum.
Yeah, it's always everybody's mum.
Mums are the best.
She's getting more
mate.
highs than the rest of us, so yes.
Does your mum read your books, Pete?
She does. She's my biggest fan.
Oh, of course, she printed that picture behind you too, didn't she?
Yeah, he's responsible for the backdrop here.
Nice.
Crimson one. You can make out his big
Crimson.
dumb grin. And if I we'll go over that.
Oh, there's his eyes. Yep, and his.
And I'm blocking Rascal.
Yeah.
But he's just a psychic, so I'm not going to move.
I don't know if you noticed, Pete, but when we did that Vamoose interview thing,
Yeah.
I referred to your comic as Ed's comic. I said, "Oh, you do Radical," and then you do that Radical comic book, and then you just went with it and kept talking. And then when I came to edit it, I managed to put a picture up, removed the Radical bit, and it just said, "You do that comic book." I was like, I think I got away with that.
Take it as a sign of respect to how much I like Radical Ed.
Nice.
It's before I got to know you guys properly and know your works.
So how do you do
Excuses.
full scripts? Seeing as I don't. It'll be interesting to work together.
So are you talking to me?
Yeah.
What did you say? Sorry.
Seeing
What
as
do I?
don't do full scripts,
Yeah.
are you excited to work with me?
It'd be challenging. I mean, my scripts for myself. Oh,
Like,
wow.
For yourself, do you write full scripts?
Not. I mean, I do. So and so stands here, says, and then the line, and then it's like, Devil's Toilet says, and then Devil's Toilet shoots gun, like it's the worst written thing ever. It's more just so I know how many pages I've got and all that sort of stuff. For this person,
Question for you, Rob.
NIG, Devil's Toilet came about when I was younger. One of my sort of drawing mentors is a gentleman named Nick May, and he drew a character called Paperface, which was a square with two eyes. It was a guy who wore a tucker bag on his head, a brown paper bag on his head, and carried a chainsaw. I loved it. Was like ultra violent, and when you're drawing a comic, just your main character being a square with eyes, it seemed super practical. So I drew a square with eyes, and I was like, what does that look like? And I put a circle below it, and it was a toilet, and then I wrote a toilet story. And that's it.
Very
It came from trying to
inspirational.
draw something super, super simple. You too can be the toilet guy if you want to just draw a square with eyes.
Well, if it works.
Certainly
We'll have to
works.
bring
mate.
them in for one of the drink and draws. Okay, I got to find you.
Thank you so much to that person for grabbing a book too. That's awesome.
So you're going to
Well,
make an appearance?
That's awesome, Zach.
To answer that question to you, she was a rescue chicken only for a couple of hours until I found her an okay home to go to, mate. So, like, yeah, there may be some more appearances because she's left a huge mark in my heart in only the 8 hours I've met her. Like,
And on your
she's,
floor.
she's lucky. That's terrible. No. So yeah, no more chickens.
How's everyone else's script process? Like, does everyone write full scripts or not really?
Yeah, Lee, what's yours? What are your scripts or not scripts like?
Oh, difficult to say, really, mate. they sort of vary, both of them, between what you just described. Some of them can be like right down to the T, you know, like, and others can be just vague.
Yeah.
Like what Zach said, put the artwork down, have a basic feel of what the words need to be, and just pray to God that the artwork conveys the emotions of the words that you want to put in their place, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I'm guilty of both. I don't necessarily think there's a right or a wrong way, mate, as long as you're happy with the end product, and that's you know, from you as the creator. And really, you know, I've tried heaps of different ways. I'm sure we all have, you know. I still have yet to find one that's 100% comfortable. So I guess I just troop away at it, you know, and do the best I can. So
Because originally I was writing full scripts, and then it hit a point where I'm like, this is a waste of time because I then thumbnail it out anyway, and then I'll draw it. And if the story's in my head, I don't need to write the script because I can go straight to thumbnail.
Oh, that makes sense.
But for someone else, I imagine I'll have to write a script.
What about you, Lauren? What do you do?
I have a writer. I don't actually do any of my writing. Yeah. So I outsource my stuff. I'm going to flat out say that I'm just absolutely terrible at writing. I got an E in English. I know it like matches, but I actually failed.
Wow, didn't know
it was
that.
Bad. But I aced all my art stuff, so I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses. But yeah, no, my writer, she was my tutor when I did my diploma in animation. So we had a really good connection in terms of that. Met up back with her, and she like teaches like TAFE stuff. She does lessons all around WA, which is amazing.
Yep.
But she just nailed it. Like I give her all my ideas, and she just sort of gets it out on paper. I mean, I can write, but not. I just want to focus on the art stuff, you know.
So you come up with the characters and sort of like their vibe, and then she puts the story together.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Pretty much.
That's very cool.
I mean, she puts in some really good like we bounce off each other. We make sure that I need someone else to be able to push ideas a little bit further, and she really does help with that. And I don't think I could have gotten the story arc because we've planned it out, I don't know, like 20 issues in advance. I know we're only at issue 1, but we just want to make sure that we've got stuff like going. But just like having that second party just to like bounce ideas off has just really elevated it. And I think it's good to have someone look over stuff. Like you need that critical feedback, and you know, she did really well, and I'm really proud of her.
Oh, that's awesome.
The girl I base my villain's likeness on is my best friend, and I give her Bronwyn to read over. And her notes always include make my character more psychotic.
That's cool.
Okay, sure. Feeding like 3 chained people to a giant snake. Not good enough? Alright, I'll come back with something better.
Needs an extra push.
Yeah. I'm much in the same position as Lauren. I don't write. I tried a few times to do a webcomic, and writing just bores me. For ages, it was why I didn't get into comics. In terms of making them, I was like, I can't write this stuff. I just get bored halfway through. It's clearly not my thing. And then I ended up hooking up with Nicole Payne. I was like, oh, like I just needed someone else to do the writing.
I just need someone else to do the writing and the drawing, and then I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You just get the money. That's fine.
I mean, you joke, but I'd actually love to do that. I would love to have ideas and then just get people to make them. That would be the best.
We get to the point of Mike Mignola, where half his universe is just him coming up with a general synopsis and a writer and a creative thing to put on the book.
Cool.
If only. Ugh, that's terrible.
Do you write full scripts, Ed?
Ed,
What?
do you write full scripts? Sorry, you're right into the drawing there.
I had this
Sorry,
terrible
Ed,
thought that someone was talking to me then, and I was getting like, "What?" I wasn't listening.
I write full scripts for Radical.
Yep.
But and for my autobiographical stuff like this one, I generally do scripts. But for the more action stuff, I don't.
Oh yeah.
But
So,
like
Ed, if I got your script from Radical, would I be able to make sense of it and draw it?
yeah, it's written to be drawn. So,
Sweet.
yeah.
Nice.
Because when I first started, I was working full time, and it was a really labor intensive job. So I was tired all the time after work, so I wouldn't get that much time to draw.
Mm.
So I wrote full script, and it took me 2 years to draw the first one, and it took another 2 years to draw the second one. So having the full script really helped to
it would.
keep the vibe of what I was trying to do when I first started to write it. But the action stuff, if it's a more action focused story like the Final Dragon, I'm just drawing it first and then I'm going to script it after. But I've got a fair idea of what the script's going to be, and I've already started writing certain sections of it. But I'll
cool.
refine it as it goes, do a couple of drafts.
You're right.
I keep going to call it Karate Guy.
Hey?
I was just saying, I keep going to call it Karate Guy, and then you say Final Dragon. I went, hang on, oh, that's right, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Bobby Long.
Bobby
I
Long.
finally
that's the
remember
one.
his name. Bobby Long.
You made a good point, though, that I kind of want to ask the group is balancing work and creating. Like, do you create full-time? Do you work part-time? Do you create? Do you work full-time and create? How do you make that balance? Is it hard? Is it stressful? Hit me.
I draw every day, no matter what.
Every day.
Every day.
Heckers.
But
Zach also doesn't sleep, so he's got a lot more hours in the day.
That helps. So I have uni, I do graphic design stuff on the side as well.
Yeah.
But without fail, I'll at least draw 2, maybe 3 frames of drawing a day.
Yeah, sick. That's good momentum.
Otherwise, it never gets done.
2 pages.
Panels.
The 2 panels.
Oh, I was going to say pages. I was going to say, God damn it, man. You're a fucking Iron Man.
When deadline's close, 2 pages is normal, but every day.
Like, wow. Like 2 pages.
On a good day, I can pencil, ink, and color full page. On a good day. Pencil, ink, and color. And that's
right. That's impressive output, mate. I've got to say.
Yeah, but I rarely have good days. So
every day you're still kicking's a good day, mate.
Pretty much.
Does anybody here work full time still?
No.
Not even me.
No, I wish.
I don't really.
I guess I could count ComX as full time work.
Well, yeah, your job's full time, Shane. Definitely.
Just not full time pay. That's all.
Yeah. It'll come.
It's full time drain on pay. That's what it is.
Yeah, Shane, how does that go with your lady? Is she super supportive, or are you
Super
going live
supportive.
streaming again? Supportive,
Super
did you say?
supportive. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Pretty awesome.
I can't imagine you'd be
I
as
think-
full on as you are if she wasn't.
Yeah. Well, I think, was it the last drink and draw that she bought a beer for me? while we're on screen. So yeah, super supportive.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mate, how good's that? Awesome. I have to say, Shane, you've done great work this year, man. Like in the 12 months or so that I've known you, mate. Like, my God, like, congratulations to everything you've achieved with your endeavours and stuff too, mate. And good on you for having a great lady that stands behind you and, gives you the double thumbs up, and I'm sure, thumb down here and there, But,
here and there, yeah, and a good push every now and again.
Good on you, pal. Like, I just wanted to say that, yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
Thanks. It's more about everyone else, but thanks. And speaking of which,
hey.
Now,
Now, can she hear you from the other room, or is she watching?
She's watching as well. Both.
As if she doesn't get enough of you already.
I'll give you the view, but I'm sitting right behind you. Don't forget that.
Oh, and she says hello, everyone.
Hey.
Howdy.
Hi.
Hello.
Thanks for letting your man come and play. That's so weird.
Just a touch.
Oh, well,
She can
lucky
hear
we're all
everything.
friends here, right?
It's not drink and draw without an awkward Rob joke.
Well, at least there's been no full names yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Embarrassing
Oh,
stories
Rob,
with
go.
full names, surnames. I was expecting a phone number and address last time.
Well, I did go looking for a Ron today while I was out and about, mate, to bring in as a special guest. But the only thing I could find was a chicken. So,
I mean, that's a pretty fair effort, finding a chicken.
yeah.
That's going to be a new sentence.
If you told me to go find a chicken, I wouldn't even know where to start.
Oh,
Head straight to
Yeah,
Red.
see, probably.
it was alive. Remember that.
I'd be
Well,
straight
the
to KFC. Does
the
that count?
chicken found me, though, Rob. I think as of today, like, I would have been in the same position. Lee, you need to buy a chicken. Yeah.
Who's telling you that?
The bloke next to me. Like, I wouldn't have had any idea either. This chicken just came to us today. It was all like happy and shit, and just there you go. So, yeah. It laid 2 eggs.
Oh, thank you. Right.
Yeah. So it must have been happy.
Or shitting itself, but it only had eggs.
Yeah.
My son thinks that cows wee out their milk.
Ooh.
Wait,
That's an
They
incredibly unpleasant image. Oh
He's
dear.
17. I really should take him to school.
That's
His homeschooling's just not doing him any favors. Daddy's got to draw. Go watch YouTube.
Google education.
All right, Shane, hit us with another random question.
Hit us with random questions for Duncan. Because Duncan
Wait.
doesn't talk much, so I thought I'd target Duncan.
All right.
What made you decide to have a killer kitty as your main character? Or will that give away too much of the plot for Bin Kitty? Oh, that okay. There's inspiration right next to you.
This is
Nice.
it. This is the cat.
It's a cat.
That's the one. But
Any cat owner
yeah, it is
knows
kind of
what-
plot related, like the whole cat thing. Like, there's a thing with that. No one,
Oh, yeah.
no, it. If you notice, when it comes in, you read it. No one actually refers to her as a cat. So there's a plot thing there. So.
Ah,
that
there's
was
some
a
sweet
sweet
art there.
thing I can think of.
Man, there's some sweet artwork you've been pumping out, though.
No, thanks.
Yeah, I've been looking at that stuff. It's good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, so no one's done like a psychotic murdering cat with a camo poncho and a machete. Why not?
Well,
There's a market for it.
The internet loves cats, though.
This is true.
Thank you, Uncle Brad. My whole family's here. This is great.
We can't make fun
Hello,
of
Uncle
that now.
Brad.
Not in front of your family.
No, you can. I do them.
Oh, here we go. Does everyone here still collect comics? And if they do, what type? Do you actively purchase them, or are you just like me and got a massive collection in front of me in my case instead of behind me?
No,
I do if you count manga. If you count manga, I've got a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I do actively purchase, but my pull list has gone down dramatically since COVID hit. Just because I wasn't in the store and I kind of was like, oh, I don't really need this book that much. Oh, I don't really need this book that much. Oh, these ones have piled up. I'm not reading that. But yeah, I also have like so many comics that I've bought that I haven't read, so I've been diving into my back catalogue.
What's the last comic book you read, mate?
What would it be?
Because I know you're a Why the Last Man fan, and so is Hayden. I found out the other day. You're two brothers in arms, mate.
Yes.
Yeah. The last one I read is probably X-Force Sex and Violence, with Domino and Wolverine going on an adventure together and beating up people and boinking and all kinds of good stuff. Yeah.
Oh, Black Magic.
I had no idea that was even a comic book, man.
Oh, love Black Magic. Love Black Magic. So good.
I love Nicola so much.
That's the last comic book I read.
Oh, hang on.
Nice.
Too many of us on the screen. Hang on, bring it back up.
Invasion.
Oh, yeah, nice.
From the late 80s. It's got
When?
Todd McFarlane doing DC stuff.
Oh, wow. That's
I didn't even know he
That
did
was
DC.
his like Batman Year One stuff. Or?
Yeah, just after then. I had to
Yeah,
try and
yeah.
find his he can't draw Superman very good.
Well, I mean,
I've noticed a lot of the guys that are really known for being Marvel artists have trouble drawing Superman. Like Kirby could
that is.
draw Superman like how DC wanted, and Ditko was drew Superman funny as well.
How would you feel if someone said to you, "Hey, man, I need you to do an issue of Superman, and I need you to do like 24 pages in 30 days"?
Terrified.
I'd shit bricks, mate.
Yes.
I'd be like, "What?" You know.
At least you can hand in something that looks like Superman. If they ask me, I'd be like, "Is there a toilet in it? I don't understand why you've called me."
Superman go to the moon.
He's got the big capes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
very much
That's a
Todd's
Spawn
style,
cape.
though.
But that's where he kind of made that for himself by like doing especially with Spawn. But
Yeah,
a lot of the
cape
stuff that's in Spawn was already he'd been
Mate,
doing for years.
My dad collected Spider-Man comics when McFarlane was. He collected them previously, but I remember I've still got it in my collection. Is like the first appearance of Venom and stuff, and when McFarlane took over and started doing the spaghetti webbing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And at the time, like perhaps it's dated now. It's not my opinion. I'm just saying I read things and people have critiques on it and shit, you know, that it's not as good as it was and that sort of stuff. But from my memory of what I remember collecting comics with my dad, McFarlane absolutely fucking blew my mind, man. Like at the time, I thought he was just, whew, you know,
But
like full on.
Spider-Man had looked the same since the 60s. And then all of a sudden McFarlane starts drawing him more weird. It completely changed it.
Well, on that, Ed, McFarlane does his run and then moves on to Spider-Man 1, which became a huge series and shit.
Yep.
What did you think of Eric Larson when he took
Larson's
over?
great.
Amazing. Yeah.
I preferred Larson back in the day. I think I still do because Savage Dragon's such a good comic.
Yeah. Okay.
But Todd McFarlane's really great.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself for discovering Savage Dragon so late in the game. I got Spawn from day one, but yeah, Savage Dragon. For some reason, I missed that Image comic, and it wasn't until years later that I actually discovered that it existed.
Do you remember the cartoon of Savage Dragon? Like all those Image guys brought out like cartoons and stuff, and there was like Wildcats and and they brought out the Savage Dragon. And don't quote me, but I'm sure I've read Larson has had people fucking say to him like, "We want to do a movie of the Savage Dragon." He just flatly, nah, not doing it. I just want to do comic books. Now that is a fucking champion.
Yeah.
He's hardcore.
Don't ruin it.
Bill Watterson, who did Calvin and Hobbes, hung up on Spielberg.
Good.
Yeah, he never did any merchandising or anything either.
Apparently, it was the third front, and he very politely said, "No, thanks." That's cool.
I hung up on Spielberg as well. That's just
That's because you're rude.
That's Dennis Spielberg.
Image just came,
You needed to go to the toilet. Imagine that. Oh, look, mate, I'm sorry. I'm going to put you on to my missus just for a minute. I've just got to duck off. I've got to
take
He's like, Steve who? Never heard of you.
Is this spam? Yeah.
That'd be an expensive shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Would any of you actually want the stuff turned into film or television?
Nope.
Yes, please.
Considering how bad some of the adaptations turn out, would you run the risk?
Well, it's that question, man. Would a movie or television? Because television, to me, at this point, is that definitely allows you more length to extract story points and shit. You know what I mean? Like we're a movie. I don't know, man. They seem to like just 2-hour movies and stuff, and I don't know if some people's stories can get through in that. It's a sad thing to see a lot of movies that have never received sequels and stuff. I reckon if someone came to me, I'd go TV.
Given with WandaVision and stuff, they've absolutely nailed that. Absolutely nailed it.
Just an example. No, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're right.
I always tend to gravitate towards TV because I got longer with characters. So I don't like a movie done in 2 hours and then it's like, oh, you did a one-off movie. Cool. Where TV shows generally tend to go for about 6 seasons, at least. But I don't know, because I've got a mate working on adapting Bronwyn to film.
Oh, cool.
We're working on a script for Bronwyn. We're going to look at casting later in the year. But at the same time, it is nervous as hell because he'll be filming it in Victoria. I'm in New South Wales. So it's like I won't be there. So,
okay.
Why won't you be there, mate?
Because he's in Sydney. Well, New South Wales.
Wollongong, yeah?
Yeah.
Man, I went to Wollongong once. I really liked Wollongong. I thought it wasn't a bad place. Believe it or not, Isaac, it reminds me a lot of Townsville. It had a similar sort of aesthetic to it. Industrial, but residential as well, hard-working people and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just the trust issue. Like handing your baby over to someone.
Yeah.
Especially being a state away as well. I think that's a bit more like, please don't ruin my baby.
I feel like you'd have to jump on a plane if someone was making a movie of your stuff.
For the pilot, I intend to fly down and be there for the pilot.
All right, cool.
And I get to help cast at least from one. So I'm happy with
Can I play
think
Vivian?
doing a cartoon would be the way to go.
Can I play Vivian? Could I audition? Could I at least get an audition to play Vivian?
You got a long enough face, so
I'm going to take that as this is one of the one times I will take that as a compliment. Normally when people tell me that, I cry a little bit.
You cry.
sorry. Keep me company at like 3 a.m. I've got Judge Judy playing in the background, so I'm a bit salty at the moment. Although the nanny will be on tonight because I have to draw a fight.
Oh God, you and your nanny fetish. I heard about that the other week, mate. Like, fuck, that made me laugh. I tell you, when you said that on something you were speaking about, you love the nanny and that, I chuckled, man.
It also fights. I don't know why.
Mate, I totally understand that. Listening to the nanny would make me want to fight someone too. So
I'm sure that's what Fran Drescher wants as her legacy. Your voice makes me draw the most violent fight scenes. Thank you. I need
it. Fair enough.
Fran Drescher is Bronwyn.
Oh, take me down, I tell you, whatever that New York accent she was. Come on,
I did
Isaac.
not
You'd have to work on
anticipate.
the vocab there. You'd have to send it to a speech therapist or something. Mate, you got to lose the Brooklyn, okay? It's Celtic. I understand.
Lee does a Fran Drescher impression was not on my drink and draw bingo list tonight. That's for sure.
Well,
I get to cross that one off. Excellent.
Anything can happen on Friday evening in my house, mate.
Second, I opened the wrong bag. Next question.
What sort of bag was it, Isaac? Was it,
Well, I wasn't expecting the can of worms. I was expecting.
Hey, mate, if it's not Friday night and you can have some fun with some people and you're just drawing and you just talk and shiz and stuff like that, that's good. I love it, eh? It's great fun.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of someone with fight scenes, the comic I know at the moment has a lot of fight scenes would be Ed's.
Oh.
What's your process for fight scenes, Ed?
With a fight scene, what I try and do is coordinate the movement of where all the attacks and all the blood's going to fly and stuff. So you always keep the eye moving across the page. Is the thing I've really been focusing on for the karate comic. And then it's just putting in the details of what the actual kicks and punches and stuff is after that.
There'd be a lot of research involved in that, right? Like actually looking up proper fight sequences and technical moves and stuff, yeah?
Because it's based on Double Dragon, the video game, is I did at the start I put all the moves from the video game in on like the first page, and then the rest after that I've just made up. I did try and reference a kick on one of the pages. He's kicking the door in, and when I used the reference, it just looked really stiff. So I just it's the same. I used the same kind of pose, but I completely redrew it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, what would you reckon you would like promote it to the Double Dragon diehards, or do you have to keep it quiet because of copyright or whatever?
I think you could market it like on Double Dragon forums and stuff.
Do you have big characters picking up those rocks and throwing them and stuff?
No, but I got the guy punching through the wall.
Ah, awesome.
So yeah, that's a Bobo, but I call him Alberto to skirt the copyright issues. The next story is going to be like based on Street Fighter characters. Or there's going to be a Street Fighter character.
That's why you had that big portfolio last week.
But that was just for fun. Because I like Street Fighter. But...
Oh, yeah, cool. You don't have to answer this one, Ed, but someone has brought up again the globes.
Oh, it's just that's my wife's globe collection.
Oh,
it's just where they. Because when I do live streams, you can only see like this bit, but with this one you can see the whole camera. So.
Oh, just a minute, Zach.
That looks awesome.
Is it bad I've chosen the side?
Is Dementus's head on a stick, on a pie?
Zeros.
Or is that
is what that is. Okay, I wasn't sure because it's
zero
on my screen.
Have I got on the wrong way around?
Zero's the alien.
That's right. Take that, you alien.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Come on, Rob. You should have known that.
I haven't read the book. It's not out yet.
It's no excuse.
They're literally holding the signs of their names in the reference image.
What more could I do for you, Rob?
Yeah.
Which team is everyone? Dementus or Zero?
I'd be curious to know that.
Dementus.
I am team.
That's a good question.
I've only just learned his name properly, but Dementus is my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm leaning more to Dementus.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dementus.
Yeah.
I prefer like the occult over alien stuff.
Makes sense. That's where I'm having a bit of troubles because I like both.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do a comic about Zero's jealousy that everyone prefers Dementus.
Yes, nice.
In saying that, I seem to be drawing the alien better.
As everyone else is drawing cooking.
Peter, you look very relaxed. Have you drawn this before?
I'm vaguely familiar with the subject matter.
You only meant to start. Oh, hang on, what time? Oh God, it's almost an hour.
I
I've
just
been watching
finished.
the time again. I've been doing it again, not watching the time. Oh wow! Hang on, just let me bring that up.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh, we've got Ed doing marker work.
That's cool.
Oh,
You're on fire, Ed. Nuts. Fucking look at you go.
It's
that
like
was
the
Zero
alien tree.
aliened by a demon.
That's
I like
crazy.
that.
I like
That's
the
wow, mate. Good on you. Unreal.
Mixed feelings about someone else drawing my characters better than me. But it's good. I love it. No, it's sick, man.
Thanks.
And we got no email, so no one else drew it. Dave's not in the audience again.
Dave's too busy out celebrating his freaking Ledger Award shortlisting.
Oh no.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I
mate,
saw
he's
that.
a champion, eh? What a good dude he is.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
I mean, it
fella.
made me legit happy to look down the list and see his name.
He'd been plugging away a long time, mate. That's credit for consistency, continuity. Like, he's a hell of a storyteller.
So who else is ready to share? Who is brave enough?
Hey, Shane, can I ask a question to Rob? Rob,
sure.
didn't you tell us a couple of weeks ago that some dude came into the shop and he was telling you it's not the Ledger Awards and, you're a da-da-da. Well, mate, I don't mean to sound rude to said angry man, but, like over the internet, it pretty much says it's the Ledger Awards, brother.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused about that myself. But then if you look at it, it does say the Australian something something.
I think
I don't know, maybe
recently
they're sort of-
changed.
I think they're phasing it out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe they're doing a slow sort of like...
I think someone
So
keeps
people don't know what
think
people are
about it.
talking about. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.
No one? No?
Well, there was some conspiracy behind the dude, wasn't there?
Yeah,
I don't know if that was true or not. It was very loosely put together, in my opinion, that he had linked to like he was a fan of pilots. What do you call it? Gunfighters? Not gunfighters. What do you call? Brain not working. Someone help.
Pilots, gunfighters. It's like I don't know what you could be talking about.
There's a name for it. For pilots in the world wars that.
The German pilots, the Luftwaffe.
The German pilots.
He was involved in. He mentioned that he had photos, or there was something.
He had photos. He did a drawing of him and a painting
job.
of him. He wasn't in uniform when he met him, but he posted a picture of the guy in uniform from when he was in the Nazi army. So,
Gotcha.
But in my opinion, it just looks like he was into like people who fought in the war on either side, just pilots. But each to their own. What theory they come up with?
Oh mate, who knows?
I don't know if that's the reason they've changed the name or not, but
right. Well, you heard it here. We don't know what we're talking about.
Well, at least me anyway.
No, I'm pretty sure though the whole like him having those sorts of tendencies was actually a reason why people brought the name change topic up. If there's anyone out there that disagrees, please, I'm available, but I'm quite sure that had something to do with it. But as to what the intricacies of the story and stuff is, I have no idea.
Wait, Chris, did you get nominated for a Ledger?
Yeah, I did.
In this very room.
Mate, why didn't you say something?
Well, I didn't want to put someone else's thunder. I thought that would be rude.
Don't be silly, mate. We're all mates here.
Yeah, no.
Wow, congratulations, man. That's awesome.
Congrats.
Got nominated, which is really cool. Nick and I worked really hard on that one for a good 4 or 5 months. So
wow.
Yeah.
Kudos to Chris Sanderson for sticking up for you. He was listening to this going,
yeah,
he's right there.
Yeah, absolutely right.
So,
Sanderson, what a good man.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good.
What was that like, reading through the list and seeing your name there?
Yeah. No, I got the call from Nick the other day. She phoned me up.
Chris Pecan rules!
Oh, shush. Sorry, that was Chris Manson. Yes. The entire household is called Chris. It saves time. Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. Nick called me up the other day and was like, "We got nominated. We got nominated for the Ledger Award." And we both just kind of screamed at each other for 5 minutes.
Oh, that's so cool.
So yeah, it was nice. And I mean, that was actually the sort of second proper comic I did. Because the first I tried a couple, like I said, I'd done a couple of webcomics and just never got very far. And then hooked up with Nick and I did a 10-page comic called The Circle, just as a kind of tester to see whether I wanted to kind of pursue doing comics. And I finished it and I was just like, turned to Nick and I was like, give me more, want more. And so she said, I've got this script for a 100-page graphic novel based on a Japanese ghost story. Are you interested? And I was like, yep, give it to me. Like that's my jam. I love a bit of the occult. I love a bit of period costuming because that's actually my background. Before doing comics, I was a costume designer in theatre.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I did the 3-year course at NIDA, the production design course, and then worked for about 6 years in theatre doing costume design, and then decided to do comics instead.
Excellent.
But,
good choice.
Yeah,
Comics are awesome.
It's obviously a good choice. You just got nominated.
Yeah, I feel like I would have made a very poor or very average costume designer, but a clearly I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
That's awesome. Well done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations, Chris Pitkin. Well done.
Thank you very much.
No problem, mate. Long live the fighters, brother. Stay in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick on you, Peter, because these are kind of your characters. So,
So for tonight's endeavor, I had been working on like an intro comic I was going to put on Instagram just so people could know who the characters were and the premise of the story. So I had a big showy panel I thought I'd get done for tonight, and I just got it done. So it's digital. So do I just go share?
oh, yep. I'll be able to pick that up.
Yeah, cool. Share screen.
I can only do one person at a time, so no one else try to share.
No one. Live on the phone.
Just no one else. No one else. Is it coming up? You having any troubles?
Yeah. Come on, you antique.
Could be this end. Its limit is 10 screens, and we're at 9. So.
Wow. Oh, there we go. Okay, can you see my screen?
Over there.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So here's Dementus' army / slaves. And we
I like
scroll
the Hitler's
across.
in there.
Oh, so cool.
I like that astronaut.
Wow.
Shit coming off him.
That's
I like
cool.
That's really cool.
brain in the jar thing.
I'm for the eyeball.
That's his
That's
telescope.
got a contact lens. That's
I
cool.
love that they've both got teams. That's so cool, man.
That's
Are
outstanding.
there big?
That's awesome.
Are there big fight
Yeah, there
scenes
you
where
go.
the two teams get it on?
No, it usually just comes down to like a slap fest between Dementus and Zero,
Okay.
while the followers are sort of wondering how they got following these idiots. It's sort of, they're very showy, but they've got no follow through. So but
Nice.
that's me.
Awesome. Thanks, Peter.
No worries.
Could you just
So I've got a question.
Boot it.
Shano, how are we
Yes.
going? Like, calendar's all looking good, mate. Everything's all sweet.
It's
and
at the
stuff?
printer. We're waiting on the printer.
Happy with everything?
Yeah, very happy with everything. The proofs came back. We found a few errors. We fixed them. We sent it back to get printed. Now I'm just waiting on news from Baden.
That's cool.
And yeah.
That's awesome.
That's very cool.
Where he belongs.
What made you
He's
think of a
going-
toilet? I don't understand. I don't know.
I don't know if he's going home or he's escaping hell.
He's escaping, yes.
Very random, Rob.
Yeah. It was either that or a chicken. I'm only known for two things.
Well, if you need, hey mate, if you needed like a life model or anything, I could have just popped
Yeah.
her up on the table for you, just to gauge everything, and make sure the anatomy was correct and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyone with traditional that wants to put it up to the screen?
Oh, stop doing that.
No? No one? No
Hang,
one's-
hang on, Shane. Give me
You
like
almost
2
there, Lee?
minutes. All right, mate. Hang on.
Hang on, I'll just
Yeah. There you go.
eye out on the spike. Nice.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that'll teach that alien jerk.
I
Oh, what's
chose my
Lego?
side early. Sorry.
Oh, it's cool. Nice.
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
I love that grin Zero's got, man. That's menacing.
Now, how come Lee's not getting
Awesome.
shit for still having his face in the picture? Last week I got shit for holding up my thing. People said Rob's making sure his face is still in the picture as well. But you have to so you can see if it's on the screen.
Well, Rob,
It's just
if
'cause
I
it's you,
didn't put
Rob.
my
It's just
face
'cause
up
it's you.
against the picture, I could have prepared it earlier because I've already started cheating on your turtle drawing for next week.
Yeah.
So it's just it's authenticity, man.
Okay. So who's brave enough to go now? Oh, here we go. Chris.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
That could be a tattoo.
That could be. Oh,
Pete,
look at
get
that.
That's a back piece, Pete. You should get that done.
I have to. Look at that.
I did I did a cover.
Chris Pitkin, legend nominee, mate. Fucking fantastic. Look at that.
I did a cover a little while ago for a comic coming out that was a playing card, and I've just kind of been obsessed with those sort of intertwining images. So I figured that'll work. That'll work.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Can I buy that off you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. Wow,
Joe,
man, that is awesome. That's really, really good.
Zach gets in there with the Bronwyn cover.
I'll put a Bronwyn to everyone. I think nearly everyone's doing one here.
Yeah, I did one. No big deal.
Peter's done one. Lauren's doing one. Ed's doing one.
Am I?
Rob's already done one.
I don't remember being asked to do one.
It's on your live stream.
Is it?
And
Shane's doing one.
Son of Vivian Jones.
Yeah, I'm doing one. I don't think it'll be used, but I'm doing one.
Are you going to do the cosplay variant? The red
Not until the photos are taken. Now you
The
just ruin the
story's
surprise.
leaked now, mate. You're in a strife, I tell you.
I'm not doing
Bloody
it now.
hell.
I'm not doing it now. Not doing it now. No, the secret's out. It's back to drawing the stick figure with red hair.
All right, Rob. I guess you're going to have to fill in and do the cosplay version.
Yeah.
He has the costume ready. So.
Yeah.
He told me in confidence.
I've got the figure for it.
Wait, yes, the body of comics.
The only thing you'll be showing is like some thigh, if anything. Like I draw Browan pretty covered up. Although to further mess with gender bending stereotypes in comics.
Would you say the thigh's the limit?
How's that going to work though when I go to audition for Vivian and they're like, "No, you're the body of Bronwyn."
You just put up with a giraffe mark.
People see the Bronwyn cover. Wow, we've never seen such a long face before.
I'll use you as the model when I draw the Bronwyn giraffe variant. How about that? I'll just message you, Rob. I need some reference. Send me a selfie.
This is one I prepared earlier.
So, anyone else ready to share? Even though we're 16 minutes over and you were ready to share 16 minutes ago, of course. But
Give me 5 minutes.
what about you, Duncan?
I'm doing mine. Mine's not done, but I'll do it anyway.
Are you sharing a screen or are you putting up to the screen?
No, because I could use my phone for the actual camera, so
Oh yeah.
my laptop's a piece of
I will zoom in on you.
Okay.
Could blow us away like last week.
Whoa!
Oh, nice.
That's
I think I know
cool.
who won.
I should have drawn Zero winning. I feel a bit bad for him now.
He's a bit dead.
That's cool.
Just a bit.
That's mad.
Just a bit.
That's probably how Dementus sees himself too. Like he looks like my version, but he sees himself as your version.
Just giving you an indication of how the comic should end? Everyone's like Team Demon.
I'm hoping once you read his personality, you'll like him a lot less.
Yeah, but I like mean characters. So
Zero's pretty mean from memory.
I mean Zero.
I'm gonna up
Well,
Zero's.
they're both asswipes.
Well, I won't ask Lauren any more questions. No interruptions.
I'm pretty much there. Pretty much. My inner perfectionist is coming out.
Well, here's an interesting question that Jerome had for you, Lee.
Oh, yes. Hello, Jerome. How are you, mate?
He wants to know, what's a typical Lee Chalker drawing day apart from going down to the granny flat?
Oh.
There isn't anything, is there?
Oh, there's the granny flat. There's juggling responsibilities of life, Jerome, I guess, but trying to, get a foot in the door just to be able to draw, even if only for 10 or 15 minutes a day. Some days I'm very lucky where I can draw 8 or 9. Other days I just get a snippet. Jerome always asks the best questions. I tell you, he's on fire, that dude, man.
And no love for Zero on the stream, he reckons?
I like Zero.
I don't. He's a jerk as well.
Yeah. Hey, mate. Well, I didn't hear anyone else backing him, so poor bugger.
No, I respect that.
Yeah. No, I can't leave him out there hanging on the clothesline by himself, mate. I'm going to have to buckle up with Zero and see how he goes, if you know what I'm saying.
Full disclosure, he wouldn't do the same for you.
Yeah.
He's a piece of work.
Absolutely.
And sorry to everyone, I wasn't watching the comments. Everyone was getting lots of wows and wowzers and that's awesome and that'd make a great tattoo and all sorts of comments that I didn't put up, and that's mad. What else we got? Yeah, just pretty much wow.
Here's a question for everyone. I'm hoping Rob will answer with some name drops with addresses and phone numbers as well. Is there anyone that you've kind of channeled in a character that you've used as like cannon fodder in your comic, just so like you could kill them off in your head, not in life? Stuff illegal. Rob,
yeah. So I used to work with a guy. I won't say his name, but in my head I called him Birdface because he looked like a bird. And like a real disgusting bird, like an evil, gross bird. Yeah.
You're not painting a pretty picture of this poor bastard, mate, I tell you.
In my medieval zombie novel, he was the basis for like the main bad guy, and I may have taken some joy in him getting killed. Yeah. And I even describe him as having a bird face in the book.
Lee?
Yes?
Same question.
What was the question? I was looking at me chicken.
Anyone in the that you don't like your story to like wipe them out? I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Mate, I'm sure it's certain. Look, the problem is that with Battle for Bustle, it's gone for so long that there's probably several people that I've disliked immensely that have met, some unkind endings. Who those people are directly, I'm not quite sure, but I just don't like them. So, but no, honestly, mate, I love drawing a villain, and I don't really particularly take any affection in anyone meeting their demise. But
right now, I sound like a weirdo.
Yeah, no,
I'm with you.
It's okay. You already did. It's okay.
yeah, no, Rob, I'm probably right there with you because there are people that I dislike. Yeah, so they're in there, but I usually sort of try and palm them off as like the tree that's being chopped down, or like the fucking things like that. So I guess I channel my energy into not putting arrows in people's heads and chewing stuff out. But yes,
I put Hitler in mine, so technically yes. I don't like him.
Technically, you don't like him.
Well, we didn't specifically express we were talking about historical figures, man. But yeah, no. Oh, look, hey, we all have people we don't like. Like fuck them. It's how it is. It's life, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like you like some people, you don't, and if you don't, that's cool. But if you like some people, that's cool too. It's all part of the cycle. So
how's Pete with Pete's got the controversial opinion of Hitler that he sucked. That's pretty out there.
Now, Peter, did Hitler
no
paint
Peter
him
awards?
yellow?
What about
because of Spanish Inquisition? We've been down this road before talking about these things.
Have you ever put someone you didn't like in your comic or needed to wipe them out in your comic, Ed?
I'm going to say no.
For
legal reasons?
Yeah.
Okay, well, next, Lauren. Are we going to get another legal reason? No. Answer.
Who's asking, Lauren?
Oh, sorry. What was the question? Sorry.
Have you ever put someone that you didn't like in your book to wipe them out?
No, because I don't write it, so I don't get that chance.
You don't get.
I just do it mentally.
Duncan, have you?
Oh, fuck yeah. Anyone's gonna have like a grisly death.
Oh hell yeah!
Anyone's gonna meet a grisly death is gonna be like someone I really don't like. Plus, all my villains, like all of them, there's 9 of them, and they're all an like amalgamation of different serial killers. So there's a lot of them.
What's great is I've got mates who want to be in Bronwyn, and they're like, "But I want to die." I'm like, why? And then it turns out they're all horror fans. So pretty much anyone who dies in my book is either people I don't like or friends who have asked to be shown how they're going to die. I have someone who wants to be mauled to death by a werewolf, and then someone who requested being down a pit into something. Snake. I'm like, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah,
weird friends, man.
Yeah, that's horror.
So you actually have friends, Isaac, that like just ring you up randomly 2:30 on a Monday afternoon. You just Netflix and chill and shit, and they ring you up and they just say, like, man, I just had this notion that I want to have my guts eaten out by a werewolf in a random forest in Ireland. Yeah. And you just go like, fuck, man. Boom. Like, I can do that. Page 27, issue 3. Like, what's going on with your buddies, man?
In my next issue, I'm retelling the Woman in White story, but it's the Irish version of it. So it's the girl loves the guy, but the guy's like a peasant. So the dad's like, no, we're gonna we have an arranged marriage for you. Except the guy that she's forced to marry is abusive, kills her. So she comes back from the dead, kills her dad, kills her husband, kills his new wife, and then goes after the guy she couldn't marry because he didn't fight for her. So my mate is like, can you draw her as my wife and draw the good guy as me so she can kill me? I'm like,
interesting.
Okay.
That's a healthy relationship.
It is. But what's
I would
great
have probably said I've got to get on the devil's toilet for 10 minutes and I'll give you a call back in maybe 4 years.
you know what's great? He actually
Bloody
sent me
hell,
a
Isaac.
picture of
What the
Drawn in-
fuck is going on with people,
He's
man?
paying for it, sir. He's paying for it. They pay for that series of Kickstarter, be drawn in the comic, and then they pay for it. He's paying $120 to have a ghost ram her hand through his chest and rip out his heart. $120.
Yeah, well, what, mate, whatever floats your boat. Fucking hell. I love these stories, man. Keep talking. It's great. Fantastic, hey. I love it.
It gets darker and darker as the story progresses.
You look finished, Lauren?
Yeah, I'm pretty much
You want to share
done.
your screen?
Let me go. Share screen. I'm going to share this one. If it wants to do it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's cool,
Oh,
man.
that's sick.
Well done,
Okay.
Lauren. That looks awesome.
I'm surprised I actually got
Definitely
a
a
color.
lot of
this time.
Dementus love.
Yeah. Actually, funny thing about this, when I did my animation course, we had to come up with our own character and we had to come up with a concept and do a pitch to a panel. Like it was all about learning the industry and stuff. And my character was actually very similar. Beelzebub was like a little devil dude that was just like looked very similar, same sort of stance, same sort of character. It was really cool. And so I looked at it and it was quite nostalgic for me.
No, cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow, that's
awesome.
really awesome. So what you're saying is you cheated. Okay, cool.
Back into arm and all that now.
Why don't we file a lawsuit against each other for infringement?
Hey, I was 18. That was a good 15 years ago. I can. Oh,
Well, there you go, Lauren.
See what happens when you threaten
Mate,
me?
you've had 15 years of development on a character similar to this. Like it's don't you love?
Oh,
Ford
internet
Hay
broke.
creative
Oh, there you go. You're
process?
back.
I
Fantastic.
can't believe Peter hacked her internet. How did she? How did
No.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a lawsuit.
That's what you get. Internet shutdown.
That's why Peter's so relaxed there. He's got that little red button that every time he doesn't like what anyone said. Oh,
Yeah.
your feed's gone. Sorry.
What a shame. Carry on.
Absolutely.
Cool. Well, guys, that was a lot of fun. We've hit the hour and a half mark. That's probably half an hour over what we're meant to do. But thank you very much. Awesome drawings. If I could ask, while I've got you all on here, could you please share the finished product with in the group or email the email below?
Yeah.
The art@comx.studio so we can share it on Instagram. Make sure you put your Instagram tag in there as well so we can tag you. That would be
Sure.
or just share it yourself and tag us. ComX Studio AU.
Can do.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Everyone have a great night. And keep drawing.
Amazing
Thanks,
work.
Lovely
everyone.
to see you, meet you, and draw with you.
See you next
Yeah.
Friday.
Stuff, mate.
Cheers. See you
Take
next
care.
Friday, guys.
Bye-bye.
Girls.
Oh god, it's a damn